are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, Cardi B and Titanic Records want Cardi B to perform at the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny. As we know, he is the headliner. I feel like people are not really talking about the fact that he's the headliner, though. Like, why are y'all not excited about, the king of Latin music headlining the Super Bowl? Y'all not talking about that. Y'all should be talking about that. The thing is, Bad Bunny wants to do a solo performance. He is thinking about not bringing anybody out because Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world. Okay, but they do got their biggest collaboration, I Like It, okay, which I believe is Diamond. Ain't it Diamond? I think it is. Now, with that being said, though, okay, Cardi B is dropping music in 2026, as we previously discussed. So the Super Bowl performance could help, people buy tickets for her tour because her tour is not selling out. So she needs that to happen because she don't want to get, dragged. Her tour's not selling out. And it can help people want to buy the next album. So, Titanic Records trying to play chess, especially after Bad Bunny allegedly declined to be on her song Bottega Baddie. Okay. She had asked Bad Bunny to be on her album and he declined, like several other artists, which Cardi B has acknowledged that, she did get snubbed by a lot of artists when it came to her last album. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited about Bad Bunny. I feel like I like his music, but I don't really know if I care that he's performing because in my opinion, I listen to Bad Bunny, but not enough. Like, I don't listen to him enough to really care. So it's, kind of like, okay, he's performing, whatever. But not only that, okay? The editors at Billboard ranked their top 20 best rap albums of 2025. Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips is at number 1. I Am Delusional album is at number 5. Okay? So let me know if you guys think that Cardi B being number 5 for best rap albums of 2025 is a good ranking, okay? I think there's a few albums that could have been above I Am Delusional album. Like God Sort 'Em Out is getting hella nominations. That's why it's number 1. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat's team wants her to leave rap music, okay? Now, she put out, I think it wasn't really an all rap album. When it says Scarlet was all rap, I know the fans think that. I don't feel like it was. But with that being said, Doja Cat moving forward for albums will like to strictly lean into the pop area, okay, or the pop genre. Her team is saying that rap hasn't really helped her career. I think it has. Hot Pink, Planet Her, she was rapping. She's just not lyrical enough for rap, okay? I think the problem with Doja Cat, she can't be pop because she can't do pop numbers. You can't compete with Sabrina and Taylor and Big Billy and Olivia Rodrigo. But you also really can't compete with Cardi B and Nicki. So you can't do either genre, in my opinion. I like Doja Cat, but you can't compete with the big dogs. You could have, but you got in too many racial scandals. Okay? And a lot of black people don't feel like you like them. Okay? I think she should embrace her blackness a little bit more. And more black people would, want to work with her. I notice a lot of male rappers don't like to work with Doja Cat. They go to Scratch Off and they go to Gorilla because they don't show disgust towards black men the way Doja Cat does. Okay, Doja Cat be acting like she can't date a black person. And it's her right. She don't have to. But just know black people are your audience. And that's why you flop. So it's no shade. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on from that, Ice Spice must be stopped. She is seeing Michael Porter's, who is a basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets. She previously was dating 2 other athletes. Sauce Gardner was one of them. And then didn't she also date a guy named DeMonte or DeMonte or whatever, another athlete? And my whole thing with Ice Spice is I don't have an issue with Ice Spice dating around. She's grown. She's supposed to date. She's in her own early 20s. I just feel like it seems as though in the last year, and also we can't forget how she was sleeping with Riot. Her and Riot were definitely a thing. We can't forget that either. I don't know if that's why the music is flopping, because they not in cahoots like they used to be. But the point of the matter is, I feel like, Ice Spice, her relationship, I feel like makes more noise than her career. It's like, so you just gonna date all the athletes, which you supposed to be, Kendall Jenner, Sweetie. You just gonna date all these people in the industry, but you not having no hits, no hit records, but you just gonna date around. That's what it's given. Like, in my opinion, I don't know if Sweetie the only one giving up coochie for money. I feel like we gotta look at Ice Spice too, because it's like you was just with the last one a few months ago. So to me, it's coming off like either you giving the coochie up for some shmoney or you getting ran through. Okay? No shade. Now, there's also been some speculation that Tyla and Travis got something going on. Now, even though Tyla has a boyfriend that's not really well known, there's some speculation, especially after Travis recently dropped his music video with Tyla and Vybz Kartel called PBT, Pretty Brown Ting. And they kind of like was subliminally flirting in the music video. A lot of people are speculating that something is going on between them. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I can see this being like a PR thing. I don't feel like it would be genuine. It definitely would be PR. Okay, and Travis needs all the PR he can get because the last PR relationship he was in was with Chëlly. So I definitely don't feel like this would be a genuine connection. It definitely gives PR. My tea has been confirmed, and no shade, Tasha K proved to be a liar. So Tasha K was running around saying how Charlemagne was blackballed. iHeart is not renewing his deal. Oh, nobody is going to work with Charlemagne. That's what Tasha K was saying. The receipts are out there. And if you guys remember, in my last video I did about Charlemagne, I said that Charlemagne would be an asset. The only person they need to get rid of on the Breakfast Club is just not hilarious. Okay? She needs to go ASAP. Now, with that being said, it has been reported that Charlemagne the GOAT has signed an epic deal of $200 million. Okay, $200 million with iHeart. Charlemagne said when I was looking at my new deal with iHeart, I was like, I don't want to be just talent. I want to create the podcast network. I want to create the Black entertainment television for podcasting. Okay? So he's thinking about bigger and better things. Y'all try to push Charlemagne out, but he's still here. And I like Charlemagne. Yes, I don't always agree with everything he says, right? But I feel like he definitely brings the entertainment when we're talking about radio personalities. Now, moving on from that, the streets are talking. And allegedly, Tina Turner is rumored to be featured on Queen B's upcoming Act 3 album because she is doing a rock jazz album. I'm here for it. Queen B performed with Tina years ago. She has always been inspired by Tina, so it only makes logical sense. And I think Queen B is probably about to get another #1 on the Hot 100 on the Billboard charts. And she's going to let these bitches know who's the queen of music, because it's clearly Queen B. Queen B can do any genre. The other girls can't do any genre. Not in R&B. Okay, maybe in pop and rap, but I'm talking about in R&B is only Queen B. Now, The Weeknd posted Gaga on his Instagram. I think it was last week. Gaga recently did an interview, And she basically subliminally teased that her and The Weeknd got something coming. Now, there's been speculation that they could drop it the week of the Grammys or at the Grammys, allegedly, even though The Weeknd did get snubbed. He didn't get any nominations for his album, and the song he dropped with Playboy Bottom Pussy Cardi called Timeless, even though it did well in the charts. Now, here's my thing. I think The Weeknd is using Gaga, in my opinion, because Gaga and Bruno won a Grammy for their collaboration earlier this year. And I think The Weeknd is trying, even though the Grammys don't really fuck with him, I think he wants the validation from the Grammys. And the reason why I say this is because years ago he said he was going to boycott. Didn't he say that? Okay. And he did for a few years. But then, well, technically only for one album he boycotted. Let's be very clear. And then they apologize. You guys get back, cool. You perform at the Grammys. And then they snub you again. Okay, but you stay silent this time. You don't really say nothing, which is fine. But if you premiere this collaboration at the Grammys, The Weeknd will receive 100,000 lashings. Okay, because you're only doing this because you want validation from the Grammys. Okay, because at the end of the day, they snubbed you already. So why go back? And I think he's looking for a number one. He hasn't had a number one hit in a while. The last album, The D0NE, flopped. This album with B0Ł did decent, but it didn't have the same type of feeling as After Hours or his previous albums. So he's trying to get those hit records. He wants like a number one. He went top 10 with Bottom Pussy Cardi, but he ain't go number one. I think The Weeknd is actively chasing that. So that's why he's collaborating with Gaga. I think he's using her. Now, it has been reported that Rihanna's Friend of Mine has been crowned the worst song of 2025 by Pitchfork. Okay, Pitchfork said it, not me. Do not get mad at the messenger. And it is all facts. Okay, that AI garbage that she put out was terrible. Rihanna should really be ashamed of herself. And people still call Rihanna artist after she put out that song. I said it was trash months ago. I don't care what nobody says. It was trash. It was one of the worst songs in Rihanna's whole catalog. Like, the fact that her team allowed her to put that out was just a slap in the face to the fans. And I feel like her music career, like, why would you even want that in your catalog? It was that trash. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was AI, and allegedly it is. So, you know, Rihanna deserves to get dragged. No shade. I think Rihanna gets away with lacklusterness when it comes to the fashion, the music, even some of her products are lackluster. I think she gets away with a lot of stuff that other artists wouldn't be able to get away with. Okay, and there's really no shade. So let me know how y'all feel about it. But I definitely believe that it was probably one of the worst songs of 2025. I think it was the worst song I ever heard in the last 5 years. Now, moving on from that, Chef Boy, we don't really care who he is. Allegedly, he's an artist. But anyway, confirms that Kendrick Lamar is dropping new music in 2026. He posted on Instagram. What he say? Kendrick Lamar 2026 about to be amazing. Okay? Because there's a video circulating of him dabbing up the king of rap and the king of rap, saying basically that they got some heat coming. I'm definitely here for it. It's going to be a packed 2026. Everybody going to be dropping. Champagne Thickums, Kendrick Lamar, Queen Bee, Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish. Okay, Harry Styles, allegedly Adele. Is about to be a packed ass year. Okay, and they just changed the Billboard rules in favor of the artists. So it's gonna be a lot of artists that could possibly go number one. Let me know how y'all feel about it. If you guys are excited for the people dropping in 2026, I am. I just hope that like they drop music videos and they do promotion for the songs. Because a lot of artists be thinking that they bigger than life. And then when they flop, you know, they have to come back to reality. I don't think any of the artists I name will flop. But I definitely feel like, you know, some of the R&B artists that might drop, like Victoria Monet and Coco Jones, they're planning to drop. They might flop if they don't do enough promo. So it's going to be interesting. So moving on from that, did the publicity stunt not work? Shelley posted, I love and care so much about Ace. I'm choosing to handle our relationship more privately. That's what she should have said. And intention moving forward. I just ask that there be respect and kindness on both sides and that the hate and speculation stop. So a lot of people are saying, well, this was a publicity stunt because didn't you announce that y'all broke up last week? Like, I'm so tired of Shelley and Ace. This is why they'll never be as good as Nick and Alandria. They talk too damn much. Like, really? So y'all niggas was never really broken up? Or were you broken up and you realize y'all being broken up didn't really cause as much controversy, and so now y'all want to get back together? But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link in description on 50 Cent Diddy, Charlemagne, Sydney Sweeney, and Zendaya is on Patreon. Link will be in description. Have a great day.